Hi, you guys. This is Latrice Rogers from Belle Collective, and you guys are tuned in to SUAVV Sessions.
Going from season one, and like the last blow up in season one was the Marie situation. For that to still be going into like new seasons, have you tried mending, or is it just like a lost cause at this point? Are y'all to a place where you're cool and cordial, or let's just not do this anymore?
I think that we're at a place where we're good on each other. Yeah, she has an underlying issue with me, whatever that is. Like, I can't control your thoughts and the way that you feel about me. I'm always the one willing to reconcile and to have a conversation with her. It's just when we do, it goes another way because, her feelings are strong about, her truth is her truth and my truth is my truth.
Right.
Now, what I can say, like, I honestly thought that she was putting on for television because she reached out to me off cameras because, of course, we got season 2 and we have 2 new Bells, which are amazing women. Well,
yeah.
Sort of kind of amazing. No, they're amazing women. So she reached out to me outside of the cameras and was like, hey, let's form an alliance. And, this is like, we hadn't had a conversation like outside of the beef or anything. It was just like up at the blue call. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe she is putting on for the cameras. But then, I see her in person maybe like a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And it's like, she's damn near wanting to fight me. And I'm like, girl, where is all this energy coming from? It can't stem from the hair situation, or you feeling like I went to a blogger, which I didn't, about you. So, it has to be a deeper issue with her. And I can't sit there and puzzle my brain, or even I don't have the mental to wonder like what the fuck is going on between us. I don't care.
It's a lot. And it's like, when from a viewer standpoint, because I know we only get like clips of what really happens. It's like, was it really that big of a deal to like hold on to that for an entire season, drag it into the next season? And then it's like, well, you did this, you did that. And you're showing basically receipts saying that I didn't do this. And it's still, well, your intent. So it's like, we're looking in, it's like, she really just does not like you.
Yes. And like, it's so hard not to like me. Like, I'm a Libra.
You're you.
Yeah, I'm me. Like,
you liked you from episode 1. It was like, yeah, that's when we get sharing with. Absolutely.
Exactly. And, her reasons to me just wasn't great enough. So, I know sometimes people automatically, they meet you and they have issues with you. And, there's just one of those things that you can't control in life. You have people that don't like you, just like in business, like not 100% of the people are going to like your products, just like everybody in the world may not like, your magazine, which SUAVV is a great magazine.
I mean, we can say that twice. I'll run it back. So. Thank you.
Yes, it is amazing. But I mean, you're not going to get 100% of the support, just like with my business. So I'm good on her.
So we're good on her.
We are good on her, honey. We just pray she get a man, honey. Maybe that's the situation. I don't know. You single?
No, I've seen this and stuff. I'm good.
Look, I'm good on her too.
Yes. But I think it's interesting. It's seeing your growth. And I hate to say a hood store, but that's how your store was called by some people on the show.
What? Who said that?
I mean, but you grew. You moved your store into a different location, a much bigger location. Again, we asked this question the first time. Going from your trunk to now like a bigger expansion. Like, what does this feel like? 'Cause this is all the last couple of years.
Yes. Um, so to me, it feels surreal. You know how you're used to so much turmoil and just nothing goes right in your life, and then when everything starts going right, you questioning yourself like, is this supposed to happen? Am I supposed to be in this position? So and it's scary because it's like when every single thing goes right, and my mom tells me, she's like, it's God's favor, but I'm like, it just feels so weird. So I'm still trying to get like used to that feeling of like everything was hell. Like, I don't know if God prepared me for this and was like, I'm gonna take you through hell to get you to, heaven. And that's what I'm in now. And I'm just moving with emotions, and I want to continue to grow my business. Like, God is Lynch, like it's my baby. And it enabled me to do so much more. Like, I had so much money just, on hand. So I started investing in real estate. So me and my husband, we do Airbnb. We buy property. We own like over 400 acres of land. And, we built a home on our land. Like we're trying to do like generational wealth. So anything that I feel like can, give me that's what we're pushing towards. So it's amazing.
How tricky was it? Because again, when everything is going wrong, it's hard to get into a mindset of success. So how did you change that trajectory from feeling like everything is going wrong, everything is a loss, everything is just happening to you, to everything is going well, everything is winning, everything's happening for you? How did you change that mentality in that process to like be where it is now, where we're going to win, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and a positive mentality while still kind of teetering on that something is going to go wrong at some point?
So for me, where it started off at is meditation. And I know a lot of Black people, we don't like to meditate, but for some reason, it just, getting up in the morning, just clearing your head and not thinking about nothing. It gives me a perspective it just opened up my horizon to so many different things. And meditation helped. Of course, wine helped me. That's always
Wine has helped everyone.
Right, honey. Wine helped you through it. But wine has helped me in meditation and just, knowing that I can't go back to where I once was, and just always having that in the back of my mind, and just, just continuing to grind. Like, every day I wake up, I'm thinking about how I can grind to, get to the next level. Like, it's never a moment where I'm not thinking about where my business could be. I'm never content.
Does that interfere with like living in the moment of like current success, or do you not allow yourself to do that?
Honestly, and that's what I need to do. Like, I don't celebrate my successes because it's still, to me, whatever I achieve is still mediocre, because I never want to be complacent. I always want to feel like, it's more that I can do. And that's my fault. And one thing I tell everybody, you can tell yourself something. You can live it yourself, but you will tell another person something else. You always celebrate your accomplishments, like always. And that's just something that I don't do, because in the back of my head, and it's crazy, I'm always struggling. Like, I don't ever want to go back to where I once was.
Yeah.
Because shit, listen, if I go back that way, I don't feel like it's nothing that can, no. I'm a strong individual, and I'm gonna fight like hell to not go back to where I once was. But, it's just one of those things that I just have to, figure out.
And I think that's, even personally, like,
Tips on the ground, but go ahead.
It's like you know what you want, and you see the things that you want. And then I think in the process, you kind of get to the place of asking how. And asking how for a lot of people will deter them away from their want, and how for other people motivates them closer to the wants. When you're in the how moment, or when you were in the how moment, what pushed you besides, I don't want to go back?
Okay, so when I was in a how moment, and it's honestly something that I'm super embarrassed to tell. Like my how moment was um my husband at the time. We weren't married. We were like boyfriend and girlfriend. And he liked older women, because he's older. He's 20 years older than me.
Mhm.
And the women that he liked were like doctors and lawyers. And here I am, and I'm in my 20s, and I'm like, hey, give me a chance. Like, I'm not to their level yet, and it's crazy because I never want a woman to be fueled by a man, and I wish like I had a thought back, how I think now, and I would have been like, fuck that, if he don't want me for who I am at 21, then it is what it is. But I wanted him so bad because I love so hard. And I felt like I needed to do anything to keep my man. So that was my fuel. Like, shit, let me go in here and, oh, he want a doctor, I'm gonna be better than a doctor, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, doctor, lawyer, whatever. I can sell a t-shirt and I can sell water and I can make more money than them. So, it is what it is.
That's true. Um, so did that? How did that affect your relationship?
Mm, I don't think that I even thought about how it affect my relationship. Even though it shouldn't have happened that way, but it did. And I'm glad that it did. Whatever fueled me to become successful, it is what it is. And I don't regret it. With my husband, I did see a change like once I started making money because I'm self-made. Like with my husband, and I love him to death, but in the beginning he didn't believe in me because he's so much older, and what I was doing he didn't recognize. It was like, he come from working hard, physical work. It takes 10, 12 years to get it in. When in my business, my second year, I'm selling over 1 million plus, and he's looking at it like, what the fuck? I doubted you, and that's just what it was. And a lot of people think that my husband financed me. Hell, I wish he did. One
Which
thing
he has no problem saying he didn't.
he doesn't, but it doesn't matter how many times he said that he did it. People still,
Right.
they still don't give me that credit. And that's all I want is my credit. Like, give me my credit. I worked hard for my shit.
Yeah.
My husband didn't do a thing. If he did, I would be like, yep, he did. And what you gonna do about it?
Right.
That's my husband. What is it? I wish, man, somebody can finance me now. And I accept I accept it. That's just what it is. But he didn't. But I saw him change in a sense of he felt like I was I would say like a a potential wife. And that's when he actually proposed when I started making money. He saw the potential in me. He saw like, oh, this girl, she's a winner. She's a go-getter because it's not many women that can walk in my shoes. My husband is older, but I put him on to like real estate, buying land, buying, like I did all of that.
Yeah.
I'm in this relationship. I'm flipping these houses for him. Like, he know it's me.
Right.
It's no other me. If it make another me, it's impossible.
Yeah, that's not that ain't happening.
it,
It can't be two of us in the world.
it can't be two of
It's not
us.
gonna work out too well.
No.
That's like so now you have the store, you have the line, the site looks amazing.
Mhm.
And like I mean, I'm not buying it.
That's okay.
But it's like everything just looks amazing. How do you stay on top of this? Like, how do you stay on top of this empire that you're creating? How do you do this day to day?
Oh, it is hard, but you have to have your proper team in place. And that was another thing that I had to struggle with because, you put people in place and they don't do what the fuck that they said that they're going to do. And here I am, like I have so much to do, so I have to piggyback and do your job because one thing about business, you need to figure out how to do everything in your business for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's a balance, definitely, but I mean, nevertheless, like I just, of course, Google is my best friend. I still take classes. I don't feel like I can ever learn enough.
You take what kind of classes?
I mean, I still take like entrepreneur classes. Like if I feel like, okay, well, she knows something that I don't know. Like I don't know everything in the world.
Right.
My husband don't know everything in the world, even though he thinks that he does, and he's a great businessman. And I feel like I'm a great businesswoman, but I don't ever want to get so content because technology moves so fast. I don't care how much money I make or whatever. I'm always willing to be a student.
Yeah.
And that's just me. So I have to stay up on social media because I'm getting older. Social media changes so fast. It's certain stuff. I'm like, how you put these videos together? Like, it's so much stuff.
I have a strong love-hate relationship with social media. Like, I tell myself I don't have the time, which I truly don't. Like to deal with the posting and the editing and finding hashtags and captions. And this time of the day at this country, and it's like, ugh.
Yes.
But you have no choice. You have to do it.
You have to learn it. Like, that's the only way that you're going to stay on top. And it's so strategic, and you just have to be in the know-how. Like, I got people in place to post for social media, but then I still have to know how to post for social media because you may jump up and go any day, honey. I want to know how to do everything in my business.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I posted at the wrong time one day.
You got like two likes.
And it was like, take that down until tomorrow. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody is up.
Oh my God.
I was like, what is funny?
Yeah, you have to know them different apps where what makes your pictures look good, and you have to know email marketing, SMS marketing. Like, it's so much that goes into the new world of selling products. And I'm in the business of selling products. Like, we got Airbnbs and it sell itself. You could just post it on the Airbnb website. And, you get people and give them a code and boom, it's simple. But with actually selling products in today's age, because it's so many people, like, it's saturated with everything, like magazines. You got, it's overly saturated.
It's bad now to the point, like, you can get on like certain apps and just make your own magazine based off of taking stuff from other websites and just create a magazine that gets delivered to you daily.
Yes, but you have to have that passion and that drive behind it. Like, I believe in my product. My product speaks for itself, just like you, which is why your magazine is so successful. And, I love, like, making people beautiful and, just seeing women and talking to them. I don't ever feel like I ever get too big to sit there and talk to a customer. I got a homeless lady that come to my store every day. We give her makeovers and buy her food and everything. Like, I don't ever want to be that person to where, I dress a certain type of way, I look a certain type of way. So that means I have to act a certain type of way. That's not me.
Yeah.
As like, it is what it is with me.
And that's what I said. I said, no, she's like real chill. Like, that's homegirl from brunch. Chill. Like, this is going to be fun. So, not to get heavy, but this season you had the baby conversation with your husband a lot. He wants a baby like tomorrow. You're like, let's give it some time because like that's not in the forefront of your mind right now. How is that going?
It's
because once men are like, I want to have a baby.
Oh like, God, let me hold on.
There's no backing down at that point. Like,
rest of my shot.
Because we go from, want kids, and then you get like baby fever like that day, and then you want a kid like the next day. So he's like,
is that how guys do?
Yeah, we don't want kids until we want a kid.
Okay, well that explains it. Yeah, I'm not inside of a guy's head. I know how women think, but not guys.
Yeah, no. It's like it's a great idea, but nah. And then it's like the moment you want one, it's like, look, I want a baby like that. And it's because somebody more than likely has a baby around you and you like fall in love with them.
I got 5 kids. What the hell you want with another baby? Look, run it. What do he want with another baby? He had 5 of them.
I think it's because it's not one with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's really just.
And that's what he says. What a baby looks like for me right now is non-existent. Listen, me and my husband both, we work so much from sun up to sundown. This is our life. Like, we wake up, We put on our clothes, we go to work. I may come home around 7 or 8. He may come home around 9 or 10. And at that time, we're either, getting in the shower, getting in bed, and we go to sleep. And we wake up and we do the same thing over again. So where does a baby fit into that equation? Like, I didn't grow up with a father, and I felt like I was neglected, and it was just a lot that went on in my childhood that molded me to be the woman that I am today. And I don't want that for a child. I don't have the space, the mind space. I don't feel like I can be a great mother to a child. I'm a great grandmother. My grandkids love me. They call me Grandma Tree. Grandma Tree.
So it's the concern.
Mhm.
Well, not concern. Like your reasoning, it's just the timing isn't right.
Yes.
So is this a later on down the line kind of timing, or is this just like a chill out, like if it happens, it happens kind of thing?
No, I'm definitely a planner. It may be a later on down the line. Like a lot of people, they ask me like, you don't want to. They see me and be like, you don't want a baby by your husband. Did y'all not have that conversation when you guys before you guys got married? We have every conversation in the world. Keep in mind, my husband we have a 20-year age difference. My husband met me in my early 20s. So my mindset at 20 something, my mindset even when we got married 7, 8 years ago, well, 7 years ago, almost 8. When we got married 7 years ago, it's still not the same. Like I'm a woman, I constantly change. I have hormones, honey. I change like that. So, and tomorrow I may want a baby, but right now, I don't.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, it's so my thought process.
What's the man's thought process?
When anyone says not right now, I don't gotta take care of the kid. So if you say not now for you, that's fine with me. Because once you have it, then it's like, okay, we'll send you something every now and then. But that's your child.
Mm-hmm. Listen, it's not my husband's child. Like my stepdaughter moved in with us, and she's my child. Like she comes to me for everything, any need. She has to go somewhere, event. She comes to me. She doesn't go to my husband. My grandkids, they're there now. They don't run to my husband. They run to me when they want anything. So it's like they're my baby.
So are you the pushover grandma?
I am. I love my grandbabies. They are so cute. I gotta show you some pictures. Yeah. Yes, and they're afraid of him. Like, oh my God, this mean grandpa. But he's so loving
and that's he has the mean, like, not necessarily face, but that disposition from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like you can see right through it.
He's like a teddy bear.
Right.
Now when he's hard, he's hard, but when he's soft, he's super soft, and he's really loving at times.
Yeah.
But he's definitely not a pushover.
I'm not getting pushed over from him at all. Like that's not there.
Mm-mm.
Your conversation with your mom, you were talking about like your life and everything that you went through, from your brothers to your dad, to like life now as a married woman and like trying to figure that role out.
Mm-hmm.
Has your life now brought you closer to your mom, that you're growing more into womanhood?
With my mom, me and our relationship has always been close. Like I go to my mom for anything, because family is family. Like when you're in a world that I'm in, it's hard to keep people close because you don't know who's for you and who's against you. But one thing about mom, mom is always 100, and she's gonna always keep it real with me. And she's not gonna sugarcoat anything. She might call my husband up and be like, "Listen, you got my baby up," and the thing that I love and respect about my mom and my husband is like my husband we may be going toe to toe, but when my mom calls, he jumps in line. Like he's gonna be like, okay, what listen, I have a whole change of mind. So my mom, like our relationship is still the same because it's always been that, like a mother's daughter relationship. I go to her for whatever, and she loves me unconditionally. She doesn't judge. She respects my marriage. She respects whatever it is that I have going on, whether it's the TV show, she backs me 100% in. you know, she showed me how to be a strong woman, the woman that I am today, because she did it all along with 6 kids. You know, I seen her go through, you know, the situation with my dad and him being on drugs, and my brothers. Like, you know, I don't know how it feels to have a child. And that's another reason why I don't want a child, because I know with Black males, it's hard to raise a Black male. Like, my brothers were in the street, and 2 of them were taken, you know, in the streets. And that shit had a major effect on my mom. It had a major effect on me. And they were just my brothers. Like, that's a pain that you never get over. I think when I say I think about my brothers every single day, and they've been dead for years.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how you can still carry that and think about them daily.
Yeah.
You know.
My older brother was killed in 98.
And I'm pretty sure you think
it was up until maybe a year and a half ago, where like just around that date would just be depressing. So I had to get to a point where it's like I can't continue to let a date affect my life. And it's like you don't realize it's happening. It's like you really sit down and try to figure out like, why am I getting in this mood now? And this is like weeks away. Like you're preparing to be sad. But it's a lot. You don't get over it.
No.
There's always the what if questions, or what could have been done differently. But it doesn't change anything. There's nothing you can do about it, but it doesn't stop affecting you.
No. That's an effect that you will have for the rest of your life, because that sibling bond or that child bond is none other. Like, it's no comparison, because my siblings are my world. Like, I know they got my back 100% when nobody else. They my riders. Like, you know, even on social media, they don't even tell me half the stuff people say about me on social media, because they go in. They like, oh, you know, because they know me.
Yeah.
You know, I go hard for my family. My family is my world. It's nothing that I have that they can't get, you know.
Is there a point, or has there been a point yet where you're just like, I don't do this TV thing no more? Like, I'm done. I don't do this anymore. Y'all on my nerves. I don't care. I don't really like y'all.
Every day for me.
Like, I don't really like that. Like,
that is every single day for me. One thing about it, when it comes to reality TV, I know a lot of people, they pretend, you know, it's like fake it till you make it. But when it comes to me, you know, I'm not gonna say that the women are faking it till they make it, but you know, I know in certain cases that's what it is. But for me, everything that I was doing before the show, everything that I'm doing on the show, I did it before the show.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a lot. It is a lot, because I'm a Libra and I'm so peaceful. You know, I don't like confrontation. I just like to fucking get money, and I like to sex my man. You know,
this show's giving you everything that you don't want.
Yeah, it's like, what is going on? Did I sign up for this? But I always look at the bigger picture. Like, okay, my business is good, but it can always be better. So this is a platform. You know, you can't pay for this type of advertising. So stick it out. Stick it out. But every day, if you go through my phone, I probably cuss every producer out. Like, you got me up. You know, like, literally. Everybody know their name. This might be like 1, 2. You got me up. They know exactly who I be talking to, and it's amazing. Like, when I say certain stuff, they know.
They know who it is.
They know who it is by the tone of my voice.
Because y'all have moments in like outings and little group settings where it's like you can literally walk in the door and be like, nope, and turn around and walk back out.
Ooh.
And I sit and watch and like, yeah, no idea what you're about to walk into. And then it's like you get drug in. For instance, the Glenn situation at the birthday party, and your husband got drug in, and you can see his face like trying to get out of it. He's like, You're right.
He did not know how to take that. It's so.
He was trying to find an escape route.
Yes.
It wasn't working. How, like, I know it's crazy. I know it's a show. How do you balance that? How do you say, I'm not going to let your shit become a problem in my house?
Easy. It's a fucking job. Man, that's the simplest question you don't ask. It's a job. Outside of filming, I ain't seen y'all hoes. Look, that's just what it is. We work together. And matter of fact, if you don't want to film with me, that's cool, girl. There's less headache I need. But I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but it's a fucking job.
It's a job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think about you outside. So your problems are not my problems. My husband and my family are my problems. My business is my problem. I can't consume myself with what you got going on, who's cheating on you, how you feel about me. If you feel like I did this to you, girl, I don't care. I don't care about nothing you have going on. And that's how I stay sane, because I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You have to not. You have to not. So, Fair Street Project.
Ask about that damn Fair Street Project.
Fair Street Project. Because our understanding, that was like the premise of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to revamp this street that is historically Black and take it back.
You're so fun. I need another drink behind that one. The damn Fair Street Project.
But it's still looking
like it was looking. Like it was looking first season.
There's a lot of conversation. New girl came in and just like stole it from the old girl. So it's like, it's her project. New girl was like, yeah. So I had this thing, the Fair Street Project, that we're going to do. And we're all looking like, girl, that's your project. And she sit back just smiling and cheering.
I love my castmate. I love y'all. If y'all see this,
great.
That y'all are amazing.
They're
beautiful women. With a plan.
With a plan. Is Fair Street ever going to do anything outside of what is like? Is there movement? Can we blame it on COVID and say that like COVID kind of like slowed down progress?
Look, we blame everything on COVID, honey. Let's do that.
Because
let's blame it on COVID.
So, for instance, why not? Why not? Have you thought of putting a location on Fair Street?
No. Tisha presented that idea. I entertained it, but in the end, I don't think Fair Street is for me. Now, it's an amazing ideal, an amazing opportunity for whoever wants to come on Fair Street whenever they start the development of it. I think that it's a lot more to it, and it's a lot more detailed than people may think that it is. Now, Tisha, I do know for sure that it was a strong passion of hers. Like, she went hard for Fair Street. It didn't work. So, hey, Latisha Pearson, is it Pearson Enterprise or Latisha Pearson Enterprise? One of them. Some type of enterprise.
It's enterprise.
It's an enterprise. It's enterprising, honey. But like, she does so much more. Like, it's like, okay, Fair Street didn't work out, and she's booked and busy, and she has her bail bondsman, her speaking engagements, which she's actually here
she's
now.
A bondsman?
Mm-hmm. So if you need to get out of jail, honey, call my girl. I think Akeisha came in, and she does have the better connects, but it's still that thing of putting it together, and it's a process. So it's kind of Fair Street is still Fair Street. I don't know how. Look, I'm trying to go all around the world to say what the fuck I don't want to say. It's Fair Street.
It's Fair Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair Street is Fair Street.
Yeah, that part.
Okay.
But they're amazing women.
They're amazing women.
And they try.
So, because I know, like, Black Wall Street, the issue is a lot of the buildings are now owned by other people. And, like, businesses bought the buildings, even though they're not selling them. They pretty much bought the block so they can tear it down and do what they want to do.
Look, we need another shot with this conversation. Honey, Ferris Street is Ferris Streeting.
And it's going to continue Ferris Streeting.
Yeah.
Because it's
there.
There's a lot of brunches. there's a lot of brunches. And there's a lot of development planning on Ferris Street. It's like Ferris Street.
Right. And one thing about me, whatever I say that I'm going to do, I do it. Ferris Street was just not a passion of mine. Even, it was Tisha's dream, and Akeisha, her family owns property on Ferris Street, but it's still not a passion of mine. But what is a passion of mine is buying back the block that I actually can buy back. So
Akeisha's family owns property on Ferris Street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they actually owns, I'm not sure how it goes, but I do know that they have land on Ferris Street. So it's easier for her to come in. Only thing you need is that capital, honey. And once you got that capital, money make the world go round. Baby, money will move mountains. So, You so yeah, let's leave Ferris Street alone, honey. Yeah, we good on Ferris.
Water crisis happens in Jackson. Did that affect you all as well?
So I don't necessarily stay in Jackson. I stay like in the outer skirts of Jackson. So it didn't affect me. What it did affect was like my employees and, of course the businesses around. And, I offered my employee to come and stay with us actually because, I don't, I know how Flint water situation was. And I think it was like giving people cancer. It was just like a whole dangerous situation. So until Jackson got their, the situation under hand, I felt like, I have the rooms, I have the property, I have Airbnb, I have so many different resources. So why not extend it to my employees? Wow. So that's what I did.
That says a lot.
Thank you. They can get their out. Look, get your out.
Water work and go home.
Right, the water work and go home. They don't want to go home.
What you mean you need to let it run?
Right. Just let it run for about 10 minutes. You will be okay.
It's clear.
Look, when you let people, the thought is good, but when they come in, you be like, what the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, leave. Yeah, good thing.
What do you want next? I mean, because it's Airbnb, you have the hair line. Wait, before we get to that. So, as a guy, we don't have the stuff. Like, we have to go and pick and choose and find stuff. But it's like, guys don't get the hair care kind of thing. Is that like a route you're willing to go into?
I don't know. I'll entertain it. Maybe like something with beards or something, because a lot of guys they don't care about their appearances.
This is not true.
Really?
Absolutely, this is not true.
My husband is a man, and honey, he walk out the door. He don't care about not a single appearance, outfit, or
see. We don't care until it happens. So it's that moment that you get moisturizer. And you're like, oh, this is what your face is supposed to feel like? It's not supposed to be tight all up in here. Like, you want it, but it's really not there. And if you find it, you have to find like this line for moisturizer, this line for this line for a face wash, because none of it just cohesively goes together.
Well, that's something to think about. I just don't think that men are, you have your metrosexual man or whatever, but like the manly man, like my husband, who don't give a fuck about. That's his favorite soap about an Irish Spring. He'll bathe with nothing else. I'll be like, try this. I like my Irish Spring. I'll be like, okay, get your Irish Spring, honey. It's cheap too.
Whenever you say manly men, it's Irish Spring.
I swear to God, it is Irish Spring, the green soap.
Like, at least the charcoal. It's Irish Spring.
It is Irish Spring, honey. That's in degree. Degree in Irish Spring, honey.
You don't have, for the men using Irish Spring, you don't have a lick of moisture in your body anywhere. Everything is dried out. Skin is not supposed to feel like that. It's not supposed to hurt when you sit there.
And you know what? His skin is really rough.
Because it's Irish Spring.
Look, it's Irish Spring and Degree, no lotion. Like I've been trying, but he's like, it takes too long. And I'm like, okay.
Just pour half of it out and put like some essential oil or something in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's next for you? That was my original question.
So what's next for me is I want to enter into like the retail industry. You know, I think that's super amazing. I've accomplished so much, like, you know, with the retail industry, the real estate world. I don't know. It's just, you know, anything that's gonna make a coin, honey. I would entertain it. I'm a serial entrepreneur. You know, I've tried several things that didn't work. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs, successful entrepreneurs don't tell you is we sit here and we try things and everything don't work out.
Yeah.
You know, but you just have to keep pushing and I'm gonna keep pushing it to like this worked, this didn't work. These next 3 things may work. So like I said, I want to get into, you know, the retail stores, the retail world, which I'm actually working on something now. So hopefully, and you know, I don't like to talk about stuff, but fuck it. If it's meant to happen, then it's meant to happen. And that it is what it is. I'm tired of hiding, you know, I'm tired of hiding shit and you know.
But it's weird because you have the group of people say you have to speak it into existence.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the group that says, all right, don't tell nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, am I speaking it into existence to myself?
Right.
Like,
but what's going on?
I'm not telling folks. And it's like, if you don't ask, you can't get. And it's like, it's mixed messages.
Yeah. And I had to get out of that superstition world. Like, you know, your thoughts are so powerful. Whatever you think is what's to become. And I know, you know, the next steps for me. I just spoke it to you and that's what it is. You know, I spoke on my building and me wanting to buy back the block and to own my own, you know, my own retail store. Like I was renting it first and my landlord, you know, he was a foreign guy. He wasn't pleasant. Like he was real disrespectful. You know, we tend to rent from people that disrespect us or that don't really value our dollar. And I was like, you know, I'm tired of it. So I purchased my building and, you know, we're starting renovations on that. And I'm just, you know, super excited about that and just giving other entrepreneurs a chance because we're going to do like salon suites or just suites in general up top. And then at the bottom, it's going to be like a retail store. So, you know.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Last question.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything that you could do over from the show, from the moment you walk into that brunch.
No, do that one. No, I'm just saying.
Is there? Well, she called your friend a lap dog. Take a little lap dog.
Little poodle. I think, girl, really?
Do not know me.
Right. We don't look. You know me, but I don't know you.
Anything you could do over again, like only one thing, what would it be?
If I can do anything over, I honestly wouldn't have said a word to her. Like I probably just would have left because I'm so at peace with myself now, just having a peaceful life. And, you know, with peace brings me, you know, I feel like peace brings me a peace of mind, which helps me think clearly, which brings me more to success.
Yeah.
You know, so that whole little me saying just one thing back to her started like a whole spiral of, you know, lies, a whole web of lies. And, you know, her putting something out there that she knows really isn't what it is.
Mm-hmm. You
know, so just not even acknowledging or giving her my energy. Like I don't give people my energy.
Yeah. You
know, I'd rather you be mad at me than me mad at you. And in this case, I'm not mad at anybody. I don't hold a grudge against anybody. I can literally walk into a room with her now and I won't be fazed because, you know, I know who I am. I know, you know, I haven't done anything. I don't mess over people, which is why I'm a firm believer in karma, which is why I always reap back good things, you know, and that's just what it is. Wild magazine, honey.